Welcome back to PSGL F4, and holy shit, what the hell is that?
2.6 pole position.
And you should know that even though your boy has been getting a lot better at qualifying, I'm still struggling quite a bit in F4. A single mistake could mean tumbling down the order and starting in P15. But at least I'm not last, and everything will be to play for in the race. I know how good my race pace is, and I'm pretty confident if I can survive the first lap, we're gonna be in pretty good hands here.
Oh my god, are you serious? Again, bro! I can stay out, Simone.
Can I still salvage this? Of course, with 35 laps to go, anything can still happen. But boxing now and repairing the front wing would put us at a severe disadvantage. And we weren't the only ones getting caught up in this nasty little incident. The Alpine also had front wing damage. You can see that he's struggling through the double left. The thing is, if we box right now, we're gonna come out so far behind. Plus, we're gonna take an extra 5 seconds to change the front wing. We're gonna be in no man's land for the rest of the race. So we can only try our best to stay in the train, stretch this first stint out for another couple of laps before we decide to pull the trigger. But one thing is for sure, we're gonna have to push like hell. And there's a lot of cars right now fighting each other hard, pushing through the tires. Because in case you didn't know, Austria is pretty much a two-stop race now, because having the ability to push flat out for 36 laps straight is much better than having to manage and risk the one stop. Hold that thought, because they're going side by side now through the last corner, and they're struggling to get the power down, and we get a much better run out of the last corner. Down the inside we go, but unfortunately the contact model pulls both of our cars together, and it sends the kick and the Haas in the wall.
What the fuck just happened there? It's just go into the wall.
Let's take a look at that again, shall we?
Where is he going?
I initially thought that I had left enough room there, but if you look closely, my steering wheel was straight all the way until I actually touch where I first get pushed to the right and then pulled inwards. Probably if I had left just a little bit more space, it would have been fine. And I did receive a 10-second penalty at the end of the race. But I'm curious to see what you think of that incident. Let me know in the comments below.
Oh my god, I can't turn.
Back to the predicament at hand. Now, with the broken front wing, I'm really struggling to keep up the pace of the train, and I'm pushing my heart out to get the DRS, but unfortunately, I don't. I missed out by 600ths of a second.
I don't have any front downforce.
And my mediums are already fading. I'm gonna have to let the Red Bull go here and probably box on the same lap. Otherwise, we're just losing time for free. Because in the space of a single lap, he has already pulled a full second on me, and I still managed to stretch this for another 2 extra laps before going into the pits to put on a fresh set of hards and a fresh front wing.
It's not over, boys. We'll keep fighting till the end.
One stop down, one more stop to go. We're basically back to where we started at the end of the first lap. And the cars you see around us are the cars we're going to be racing today. And our first obstacle is a medium runner on the one-stop strategy, or so I thought.
Oh my god. Holy shit, he scared me so much.
Remember the kick that we killed into turn 1? Well, there was also a Haas driver on the outside. And now he's
what is he doing?
Being spiteful, trying to hold us up. Actually succeeding in doing so, making us lose a full second and a half.
Why is he driving
he's
into
still
me?
Driving into my side pod, going into the final corner of the race. I understand why he did it, but I'm not a fan of it.
What's this guy's problem?
This is actually where I realized I had great pace today, especially in the race. As always, after a single lap, we've managed to close up more than 7 or 8 tenths to the 2 cars in front of us. Now we can forget racing inside the lead train, but these 2 guys, I'm pretty confident I can overtake them. Another lap, another 3 or 4 tenths, and we actually have a lap or 2 fresher tires than these guys, and that is coming in clutch.
We'll get the DRS here. Let's go.
Because if we had been on the same tire age as these 2 guys and Haas had done what he did, then we would have never caught up. There's still quite a few ways to go before the last pit stop of the race. But already we closed up so much in the span of a lap or 2. And I've just been chilling, recharging my battery, waiting for the right moment to strike. And here it comes. Oh, going into turn 3. It's going to go slightly defensive here. There's a little bit of gap on the outside. And I'm going to send it around the outside, leaving each other plenty of space on the exit. But we do have the fresher tires, and we get the wider line on corner exit. And as it turns out, we also have the straight line speed advantage. Going into turn 4, move done next.
Chills. Literal chills.
And on the very next lap, I'm running low on battery, but I'm gonna go for it anyways. Down the inside this time into turn 3. Again, braking as late as possible, but still leaving the Alpine space on the outside. But we managed to get equal or even better traction, and he's actually
Nobody
low
gets
on
yours.
battery, so he's gonna let this one go. These last 2 overtakes were so much fun. League racing with the slipstream model this year hasn't been exactly
Second
easy,
warning, we'll have to be
but
careful
those
now.
little moments when they come, so fun. Now, as we inch closer and closer to lap 20-ish, as more and more people diving into the pits, the one-stoppers finally committing to the pit stop. This is also where I get fed another critical piece of information.
Tom has wing damage? No way. He just got damage or from lap 1?
But it wasn't our time to box yet. We stay out another lap or 2. On lap 20 is when we finally go into the pits to put on our last set of the hards of the day. 16 laps of full send to the end.
I'm gonna try to get back with the guys that were ahead of us, but there's a lot of ground to cover. Tom 97, 4.5 seconds. Let's go get him. Okay, I'm gonna keep pushing.
My goal here was just to full send it, not care for the battery at all. Usually you will want to recharge in the middle sector so you can use the battery to defend on the straights, but even here, I'm still gonna drain all the way to my empty so I can gain as much time as possible through the corners as well. And my plan here was to work together with the Alpine driver behind me so that we can pull Tom 97 in. But even when I turn my battery off, it feels like he has quite the straight line deficit. Could be setup difference or just running low on battery, but I didn't feel like he was that ready to overtake me.
Hope he understands the assignment.
Because on that lap, we actually lost a slight bit of time to Tom. And I'm happy just staying behind a lap or 2, recharge, and then go on the attack again. But at this point, I felt like the Alpine driver was slowing us down.
I wanna catch up to Tom and overtake him. He's doing pretty good work. He caught like a half a second last lap.
With less than 10 laps and a half to go, still we're almost 4 seconds behind Tom. And that means we need to catch close to 4/10 a lap if we still want to catch, and then overtaking him will be another task. And here, even with the DRS, the Alpine can't really close up. It goes to show the power of our race setup here, but in the space of just a lap, we managed to catch by another 4 or 5/10, and I know that Tom is also pushing like hell right now. It's a real timing battle at this point. Who can get the better exits? Who can take the better line through the corners? And again, I'm gonna let the Alpine go here, not even turning on the overtake, moving out of the way to let him go, and we're just gonna keep doing this lap after lap till we get Tom.
Let's go. Come on, buddy.
And honestly,
Tom is shaking in his boots.
Not driving in a train is so much fun. Just clocking in lap after lap, feel the car struggle as the tires wear, but still complying to your inputs. This is what racing is about, man. And I don't know at this point whether it's because Tom hasn't taken care of his rears or it's a setup difference, but his lap times are tumbling down rapidly, and we only seem to be going faster and faster. All the while, the Alpine behind can't really get close enough to make a move, even though we're running on fumes here. And I can feel it. Just a few more laps, and we're going to be on the back of Tom's car. With only 5 laps to go, is it still possible? It's very likely that he's just slowing down now to recharge battery and nurse tires so he can fight us later on in the last few laps of the race. Because remember, catching is one thing, and then overtaking could be another. And it might be a considerable challenge here. But we're not going to give up. We're going to keep pushing to the end. And I have to mention that I'm also on 2 warnings currently, so any invalidation could mean death here. But through turn 1, again, another 10th gained. And we're going to burn the battery all the way down to 0%, only recharging as we get closer to the braking zone. Into turn 3, now we catch a whiff of the dirty air, but still, we managed to get great traction, and we actually get closer on the exit of the corner, even inside the dirty air. But he manages to pull away just a little bit. But into turn 4, we're gonna gain some back, still sending it to the corners. The rear struggling under traction coming out of the corner. Through turn 6 and 7 now, He's flashing, he's recharging, but somehow we're actually gaining through this middle sector. I'm gonna keep burning on the exit of this corner because we're well within that 1 second window now. We do not want to fall out of this 1 second window before the next DRS detection point, and it looks like we might have done it. With 3 laps to go, we are now within 1 second to Tom's car. And this is going to protect us from the Alpine behind. But hold that thought, because going to turn 1, yellow flags are out for a McLaren that's gotten a puncture. One of the one-stoppers has suffered a critical puncture to one of their tires. That's a free position gained, but now we are in the fight for P13. It sounds dumb when you put it like that, but not to me. It's still a position, and we're gonna fight for it no matter what. But I'm gonna spend this lap recharging the battery so I can go on the attack on the last lap. The moment is simply not right yet. The last thing I want right now is to overtake Tom and then leave myself vulnerable to the 2 cars behind. And you can see just how close we are now on the back of Tom. 76, 80% battery going into the last 2 corners of the race. We're gonna have to burn a little bit to stay close here into the final sector as we head onto the pit straight one last time today. DRS wide open, battery draining. We actually turn it off here, braking very, very early so we can get a good exit out of turn 1. And Tom has a massive moment, squeezes us almost onto the grass just a little bit. Hard but fair racing going into turn 3 now. We're gonna go slightly defensive a little bit, covering off the inside line just a little bit to discourage him from sending it, and we still have 60% battery left.
What did he box? How are his tires dead?
And I'm just so confused because my tires still felt absolutely fine.
That's crazy. How does he have so much tire wear?
Still, even though we didn't score points today, that was still so much fun. Austria always delivers in terms of league racing. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on another video. Click here to watch my PSGL F4 debut in Spain. And this is Formula Kai signing off.
Tom is sweating balls, by the way. Yeah, so was I. That was fun. Send my regards.